Ma once said, data-driven decision-making is not just about collecting numbers. It's about connecting the dots, uncovering patterns, and predicting the future with precision. This statement perfectly encapsulates the essence of our annual industry interface event, SYNAPTIC 2025. A very good morning to one and all. I am Akansha, and alongside my co-host, Sharon, it is my distinct honor to extend a warm welcome to each of you as we celebrate this remarkable occasion. Synaptic symbolizes the seamless connection between academia and industry, much like biological synapses that bridge neural pathways.
This year, our theme, Next-Gen Analytics, highlights the forefront of data-driven innovation, transforming raw data into actionable insights. With cutting-edge technology and an unwavering commitment to excellence, Next-Gen Analytics empowers businesses to make intelligent decisions and foster sustainable growth. As we inaugurate this prestigious event, let us take a moment to appreciate the profound impact of analytics in shaping the future. Education lays a foundation for a future filled with endless possibilities. In light of this, it is my privilege to invite our esteemed head of the department, Dr. R. Kasalingam, to deliver the welcome address, setting the stage for what promises to be an inspiring and insightful event.
Most respected Vice Chancellor, respected Dean, School of Management, distinguished guests, beloved faculty colleagues, and my dear student friends, good morning to one and all present here. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you all for the Synaptics 2025, which is the Industry Institute Interface event conducted by MBA Data Analytics course to establish a connection and relationship with the industries. Now, let me take the pleasure of welcoming our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is our head and guiding star and leader by excellence, who is extending unwavering support to us in all our endeavors. Let me welcome, sir. Let me welcome our beloved Dean, P. Nadarajan sir, who is extending wholehearted support for the things whatever we do and motivating all the students and faculty members to do more and more, extending all kind of cooperation. So let me welcome our Dean sir. Next, let me have a pleasure of welcoming our keynote speaker, Dr. Julie Madam from Gustave University, France. That is the university in which we have MOU, and we are sending the students to do one exchange semester there. Gustave University is having 7 campuses, and it is having 10% of the students are from foreign country, and it is considered as one of the top 3% of world universities. We have MOU with such great university. Let me welcome Julie Madam. Welcome. Let me welcome our chief guest, Mr. Rudragad IAS, who is the managing director of PIPTIC. PIPTIC is playing a very pivotal role for the development of industries in Pondicherry. They have 6 industrial estates and one industrial park. And by establishing industries, they provide the required employment opportunities to the people who are in and around Pondicherry. Let me welcome the Rudra God sir. Welcome, sir. Next, let me welcome our faculty coordinator, Rajeshwari Madam, who has shown exemplary involvement in conducting this event. In fact, she has merged among the students. He has become one among the students. Such kind of involvement she has shown. So let me welcome Madam, and let me welcome all my faculty colleagues and colleagues from other departments for this prestigious event. Next, let me welcome our student chairperson, Ovia, and all other students, student friends for this event. In fact, it is the event of students. It is conducted by the students, and it is conducted for the benefit of students. The students, they have put in all the effort to make this event as unique and successful. Let me welcome all my student friends for this program. This data analytics course is comparatively new course, started 6 years before. Now it has grown to the extent of taking 110 students per year. And when we have conducted a spot admission, around 380 students have registered and they were standing in a queue. That shows the importance of this program. Now I feel we have to give more importance to this course. We need to make more investment on this course because this is the course will develop in the future. Earlier, the students were conducting along with the Synapse. Now, last 3 years, we are conducting Synaptics exclusively for the benefit of data analytics students. Now, let me go to the what is this program. Now, data is the talk of the universe. Wherever you go, they are talking about data. Data is the new oil. World is flooded with data. Now, data is the new weapon in the hands of human being. If a person who is using that weapon, he will become successful by taking a decision, information-based decision. So now, let me say something about the nature of this event. Sometime back, when we were in agriculture phase, we were doing good. Our civilizations were very powerful. But we have lost the race in the manufacturing phase. Because of that, we were ruled by British from 1857 to 1947. We should not afford to miss the opportunity provided by AI phase. If you take world countries, after the Second World War, 3 countries they have developed. West Germany, Japan and Korea. There is one thing common among these three countries. They have used the technology. Because of technology, they have grown. So, we have to use the technology leap and bounds to grow further. That is the only way out. Now, see this, let me tell some facts about analytics. There are around 70,000 industries, 70,000 companies which are AI based companies. 115 crore companies are using AI. If you look at the deployment of AI, the world deployment ratio is approximately around 40%, which means 40% of the companies, they use AI. With respect to deployment, China is number 1. 58% of the Chinese companies are using AI. We are second, not far away. We use 57% of Indian companies, we use AI. So AI is going to be the talk of the town. Now, when you look into, okay, leave AI, let us look into the data analytics. Now, last year, we were doing revenue to the extent of 60 billion from data analytics alone. There is a survey, there is a data which shows it will become 180 billion in the year 2028. There is approximately growth rate of 24% CAGR. When you look into the big analytics alone, our revenue is 6 billion. It will reach 30 billion in the year 2027. There is an approximate growth rate of 30%. When you look into any field with respect to data analytics, we are doing good. India is considered as powerhouse of global big data analytics. Now, what is the theme of this program? Now, we say it is next analytics. I can say next analytics will be real analytics, extreme human personalization analytics, edge analytics, quantum analytics, and like that it will grow. When in AI, there will be a advanced general AI, where it will think exactly like human being, where the data also will be generated, not only analysis, data also will be generated. Then it will take directly from IoT, data will be taken, that will be the future. Some time back, when I was giving a talk in the St. Joseph College in a seminar, in the end they have asked me one question, what will be the future of AI? I said, I do not know. Why I said no? Because up to 1913, UK pound sterling was considered as world common currency. Entire world trade was happening in pound sterling. In the year 1944, after Bretton Woods, US currency has become world currency. It's up to 1776, Britain was ruled, America was ruled by Britain. When Britain was ruling America, it never imagined that US currency will replace its own currency. They have never imagined. Now, when you take Apple, Apple is considered as number one company in the world. It thought that there will be a competition from Microsoft or Intel or Dell or Oracle. Suddenly, one company has come, NVIDIA. It has beaten, by touching 3 trillion, it has beaten Apple. It has never imagined. It will happen by producing GPU, which is a new technology. When America asked NVIDIA not to supply GPU to China, NVIDIA might not have imagined one DeepSeek will come, it will create shake in the entire GPU market. So like this it is happening. That is why I thought we need to have a big discussion. We need to invite people who will tell what will happen in future. That is why this program is organized. The theme is given as next analytics. What will be the next analytics? So let us hear from the experts. That is why it is arranged. When Edward D. Bino, he has written a very famous book that is called Lateral Thinking, in which he is the gentleman in 1967, he has introduced the concept of lateral thinking. He was giving a solution to all business problem in an unconventional manner. So I think, especially in EII, we cannot have boundary-based thinking. We should have a boundaryless thinking. So that is why we have put our sub-theme as intelligent beyond boundaries. Finally, you have intelligence. If you add machine intelligence with your intelligence, no one can beat you. Because 1 + 1 is not 2. It will be more than that. So, let us try to use what is given to us so that we can become successful. I hope we will have a enjoyable 2 days. We will have a fruitful 2 days with lot of learning and experience. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
You know who made it.
Experience is a powerful tool that shapes our understanding, broadens our perspective, and drives innovation. With this thought in mind, it is my distinct privilege to invite our esteemed faculty coordinator, Professor B. Rajeshwari, whose vision and guidance have been pivotal in the realization of this event, to share with us the scope and significance of SYNAPTIC 2025.
Respected dignitaries, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, respected faculty colleagues, dear student participants from other colleges, dear student friends, and ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to one and all gathered here. It is a pleasure to welcome you all for this inaugural session of our SYNAPTIC 25 with the theme, this Next Gen Analytics, Innovating Intelligence Beyond Boundaries. It is my absolute privilege to welcome you all to this momentous occasion where we gather to explore the limitless frontiers of data, intelligence, and innovation. So every year, Data Analytics Department used to come up with some contemporary topic about what is latest happening in the era of this data analytics. So this year, our topic, where analytics is no longer about hindsight, it is about foresight. It is no longer confined to dashboards and reports. It is the engine driving intelligent decisions, predictive insights, and autonomous systems. Today, we embark on a journey to redefine the very fabric of analytics that goes beyond boundaries. This theme is a call to action. It challenges us to push the limits of what is possible by leveraging AI-driven insights, real-time decision-making, and hyper-personalized experiences. It urges us to break free from traditional data silos, which led to poor decision-making in the earlier years, to embrace cross-functional intelligence and harness the power of cloud, edge computing, and quantum analytics to unlock new dimensions of value. This gathering brings together visionaries, technologists, and leaders who are shaping the future of analytics. Over the course of this event, we will explore groundbreaking trends, engage in thought-provoking discussions, and witness innovations that are set to transform the way we interact with data. As we step into this next generation landscape, let us remember, data is not just a resource. It is an enabler, a differentiator, and a catalyst for progress. The future belongs to those who dare to innovate beyond boundaries. In tomorrow's panel discussions, we will get an opportunity to listen to the real-time practitioners and decision makers. The first panel discussion theme is Intelligent Experiences, AI, VR, and Predictive Analytics in Future Technology and Retail, where CEOs and lead data analysts will share their views and experiences. The afternoon session will discuss on the theme Data-Driven Enterprise, AI, Analytics, and Sustainability for the Future, where analysts and senior managers will share their valuable insights. So with great enthusiasm, I invite you all to embark on this journey of transformation together. Let us reimagine the future of analytics. On behalf of Department of Management Studies and Data Analytics, once again I extend a very warm welcome to one and all gathered here. So let us enjoy the 2 days program together. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am, for providing such a comprehensive insight into the vision of SYNAPTIC 2025. We are indeed privileged to have with us today Dr. P. Natarajan, the Dean School of Management, a pillar of support and innovation in our academic community. It is with great honor that we invite sir to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning, one and all. Very good morning.
Good morning, sir.
the most revered Vice Chancellor, Dr. K. Dharnikarasu, the leader of the great institution Pondicherry University, and the beloved Chief Guest, Julie Texir, who is one of our partner in MOU, and we are very happy in welcoming you, Madam, to take part in this event and are going to deliver a keynote address. And the Chief Guest, Mr. P.T. Rudra Gaud, IAS, MD, PEPDIC, Pondicherry, who was graciously attending our function and witnessing that the DMS School of Management is doing wonders, is rocking. So on behalf of the school, and I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. And in fact, to start with, I'm congratulating the current batch of MBA data analytics students for taking so much of pain and making the event a grand success. So really, I feel happy to greet you. You have designed the program in such a way that it will really be beneficial to you. So from that perspective, I am very, from my bottom of my heart, I extend my hearty congratulations and greetings to you, everyone. Within a short span of time, you said that we are second to none. So, though we have two programs, DMS, the MBA General and MBA Data Analytics, and they fixed the name for that interface event, Synapse. You know, we are in no way inferior to them. So we are also having the same title with a little difference. So whatever we want, we have to make a difference. So they have nicely put the word synaptic. Synaptic, but both are connected with the neurons. Through neurons communication, they highlight about communication, they are highlighting about connections. But both are essential in the present day context. Number of connections, number of ticks. So that neuron cells are having number of connections now instantaneously taking place. Such kind of connections you have to establish within the department and outside the department also, by means of establishing a good rapport with the industry experts. As Dr. Kasaling has rightly pointed out, so this the data analytics field is gaining momentum and it will have edge over others in the days to come. The one data says that the plenty of job opportunities are also there. So your prediction says 11 million job opportunities. 11 million job opportunities are available across the globe for data analytics, guys. And at the same time, here I would like to use the word very cautiously, in a cautious way. Dr. Kasalingam said that data science is a weapon. Yes, no doubt, it's a weapon, but we have to handle it carefully. We have to handle it carefully, otherwise it will destroy. It will destroy the whole world. That may also happen. So, as a management graduate, when some new program has been offered, instead of immediately plunging into it, without knowing the ABC of it, without knowing the nuances of it, no, you have to have a deep understanding about it. That's how deep seek has come. No? So you have to have a deep understanding. So data analytics person must be a little serious. You don't take it in a very casual way, as if other segments of MBAs are taking up. Okay? I'm not undermining it. But when you said data analytics, students, definitely you must be relatively very serious and sincere in learning the things, and thereby you will be able to take up the very sanctiful work of generating data, disseminating data, analyzing the data in a right perspective. Thereby you will be able to give information. Information is the one of the modern input, I can say. Perhaps many of you might have studied in economics, land, labor, capital, organization as the input. No? Nowadays modern input factors are there: time, technology, information, quality. So these four factors rule the world now. In that information plays a vital role, and the requirement of information is very much essential in the present day context, because changes are rampant. And the technological disruptions are taking place at a faster rate. In such a situation, you cannot manage the organization very efficiently and effectively with the same old information which has been designed in a very patternized way. The real life situation is more becoming uncertain. When there is a certainty environment, we can go ahead with the programmed data, programmed pattern, programmed analysis, programmed methods and all. Now that programmed course of action will not hold good in the present context. That is why the whole world is slowly moving towards the kind of normative approach rather than a kind of predictive approach what we did earlier. So many a time our prediction will not hold good. So you have to generate a pattern on your own, taking into account the situation. You cannot simply imitate the pattern designed by X, Y. So far we did like that because we have been molded and we are very particular in identifying the pattern and imitate it, and in the same way we are doing it. Now the present world, AI is alerting us, we have to think beyond. Then only the human intelligence will be able to cope up with the challenges of artificial intelligence. So when you talk about information, here I would like to say, you friends, quality of information, that is very much essential. You must be able to collect data, generate data, analyze the data, cull out the information and see that the information what is being collected by you, generated by you, must be very reliable. Reliability, that is greatly missing. We are playing with a lot of data. Many times the validity, authenticity of the data is very much questionable. And again, security, data security, that is also a problem. So for which we have to be very alert and dutiful. Thereby we will be able to make use of the factor data and information in a very effective manner. So definitely the information factor plays a vital role. We are in the information era, and we are, with the help of AI and all, we are able to generate information instantly, and lot of search engines have been developed and they are able to get the information. But the thing is, you must be beyond that. Then only you will be able to identify what is good, what is required now, how it will react. So like that, you have to you can analyze the information and make use of it and arrive a judicious decision. Otherwise, many a time the decision may be wrong, and or you will be in a dilemma called a decision dilemma. So we have to come out from the decision dilemma, for which we need information, and such information must be with all qualities, reliability, transparency, timeliness, quantum of information. We talk about the quantum mechanics, that is again the quantum finance is gaining momentum. Similarly, on the other side, instead of pattern, we have to look into the behaviors. So now the field of behavioral economics, behavioral finance is gaining momentum. In all such circumstances, definitely the data or information what we are using must be very qualitative, and they are to be generated with the integrity, high degree of integrity, especially in the field of medicine, in the field of defense. Now, wherever we collect data and do information, convert it into information, we have to do it in a very judicious way, and see that with all integrity we have to supply the information. That is very much essential. We have to ensure authenticity for it. It is not just like that some information is available, some standard process are there, I am putting input, adapting the standard process and getting the output. This is what is called a GIGO concept. Have you heard? GIGO. GIGO. Have you heard or not? Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. So don't think that, so I used some technique, some result has come. Yes. What is beyond? How that result will work? That you have to think, for which you have to sharpen your intelligence. So continuously you have to keep on sharpening your intelligence, then only you will be able to manage the information factor in a very effective way. Otherwise, many a time blindly we believe the information and use it. And after getting into havoc, then only we see, oh, I have wrongly used it, I have wrongly collected the information, or my data, what is being used is wrong. Like that we come to a conclusion. So to avoid that, we have to get into the nuances of the field, and it needs a kind of deep dedication. MBA is not for fun. MBA is not for fun. Another data, the Nakuri says that in even Indian context, more than 29,000 employee job opportunities are there for data analytics students. And it needs a kind of students who have been perfectly incubated from the university department. I perceive that university department, DMS, is offering a program, data analytics means that a 2 year must be an incubation period for you. Incubation period for you. Don't think about getting into incubation after finishing MBA and all. Consider it as an incubation time. When you are in incubation, you must be very serious. Now you have to observe the things and assimilate and try to infuse whatever good for you. Thereby you will be able to shape yourself in a right perspective. Once when you are molded, when you are coming out, automatically industry will pick you up very easily and effectively. And you will be given a even good pay package and perks and all. So the thing is, you have to be a very ripe person in that field, in the chosen field, and thereby you will be serving for the industry. This is the signal you have to give to the industry, thereby industry will come and observe. I'm really happy to hear that 4 batches have come out. And I asked them what about the placement opportunities and all. So if that needs from our side lot of input, and you have to equip yourself fully, and you should be a fully packed product. So thereby human asset, thereby you will be useful for the industry. Many a time the so-called managers or executives, okay, there is a saying after witnessing the global financial crisis, which is popularly called as financial meltdown, which happened in 2008, cracked in America, and more than 35 banks became bankrupt, and investment companies like Lehman Brothers and other American insurance group became bankrupt. Having seen that incidences and continuous contagion effect for over the period of 10-15 years, now they come to know, they are selling that some article says that it is because of inexperienced and immature executives who are working in that system. Okay, so we should not, again they have somehow they developed a greedy mentality. They have an altruistic mindset of action. Altruistic mindset and a greedy mentality, that should be avoided. So you have to consider yourself, you are a specialist. When you are a specialist, you have to consider ethical to the core. You must be a true professional. You must be a true professional, not like a gambler or speculator. So they are, many times they may be the tongue twister, but we should not be. So just to consider a doctor in ICU, a serious doctor. Now you might have heard about C.T. Kurian, who passed away recently. No, he not only develops proficiency in the field, he develops a kind of expertise. Now, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you, you have to have these two qualities in your mind. One is proficiency and another one is expertise. Are they same or different? Any guess? Are they same or different? Proficiency and expertise. Different than how? What is proficiency? What is expertise? What is first? What should be the next one? Come on. Yeah, fine. Give a hand to them. Proficiency is the first. So you are coming for learning and you have to make yourself proficient. No? Proficient in the chosen field. So that proficiency is very much essential. Then you have to work in the related field wherein you got a proficiency. That experience, that gives you expertise. That is how the whole world even had in a mourning situation when the C.T. Kurian was passed away. No, he did people used to say in a day he used to do 10 or 12 heart surgery. So to that extent he developed a kind of expertise, proficiency on the one hand, knowledge, skills. That has to be applied. Otherwise it will become rotten, it will become rusted. So the proficiency what you have gained, it should be used. Then only you can experience yourself. While experiencing, you will come across lot of odd situations and you find out a solution for that. No? When you are able to make out a solution, you will be a troubleshooter, and thereby your experiences will make you to be a troubleshooting quality in a more effective manner. Thereby you can excel well. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, I am time and again I am telling you that try to think of developing your proficiency first, number one. Then get into the field and work. So thereby expertise will come. So this proficiency and expertise will make you a competent person. Again, when you say competence, it is the competency cannot be getting 100% at one go. There are several levels of competency, several stages. We have to be unconsciously competent, and unconsciously incompetence, and consciously incompetence, and consciously competence, and unconsciously competence. 4 levels, 4 stages. I do not know how many of you are able to get into that. No? Unconscious incompetence. No. Unconscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence. Conscious competence. Unconscious competence. I hope Victor may understand. No. Unconscious competence. We have to get into that level. Then only expertise will come. Expertise will reflect. No? I am not telling lie. These are all fact and proven details. When you look into the successful personalities, definitely they are coming to the level of fourth. That is 4th stage. Unconscious competence. No? Can I tell you an example? While learning two-wheeler or car, what is the first day experience? When I drive a car, first day, when I touch the steering, I had the feel that as if I am driving an elephant. I am riding an elephant. So steering is not adhering my words. It goes as it likes. But slowly I can have control over it. Now I may be able to have a very comfortable drive in the highway. Very comfortable drive, no? With 120 kilometer speed, 130 kilometer speed, with all ability to control. Okay, so that has to come. Unconscious competence. So that shows that you are having the fourth stage of competence. That should be your aspiration in the chosen field. Otherwise, there is no meaning in choosing a very specialized field. Specialized field of studies are not only for making money. No, we have to render our utmost services to the society and economy. When you have that kind of attitude, definitely you will be able to get into you will be able to get a very good placement, and even you can be your own consultant and a practitioner, and the way you can serve the society. So such a wonderful course is being organized by the Department of Management Studies, Pondicherry University, Pondicherry, and you have taken up the course very with a evincing full of interest, and see that how you are shaping yourself. And again, nowadays, as I said, we cannot develop pattern on our own. It may happen in its own way. So for which again I am giving another example. You might have heard, seen a small creature, ant, not auntie, no? Ant, no? Ants are moving. When you see the ants movement, you can see the pattern. And they call it as the ant algorithm. Ant colony optimization technique. Perhaps Rajeshwari might have heard, since she is teaching operational research, OR paper. No? Ant colony optimization, very wonderful methodology which is being practiced in the present day context. But many times we are not knowing it because we are going with a kind of stereotyped pattern. But a stereotyping will not hold good because we are living in the uncertain environment. So decision situation, we have to make a decision in 3 different situations that you should keep in your mind. Certainty, risky, and uncertainty. These are the 3 decision situations. In that we are comfortable with? In that you are all comfortable with making decision in a certainty condition. Will it happen always? Will it happen always? Even for your synaptics itself, you might have struggled a lot. I may be knowing, no? So uncertainty, risky and uncertainty. Risky is again second level. So to some extent we can manage with our knowledge, prudence, skills. Now the third one, uncertainty, we must be able to make a decision even in an uncertain environment, for which you have to equip yourself. Now India, we are very late in that. When we look into Japan, Korea, South Korea, North Korea, our Vice Chancellor has worked in Korea. He might have heard a lot of exposure, how the Koreans have developed and made a mark. But we lately realized all those things. At least it's the time for us to gain very good exposure and try to make a decision even in an uncertain environment also. Thereby we will be able to make a judicious decision, timely decision and time-to-time decision, with which we will be able to solve the problem very easily and effectively and create a kind of better living, better standard of living, and we can strengthen the economy, whatnot. Everything will happen only when we are able to shape the human mindset. That's why you are all considered as a human capital. So this human capital can be converted as a economic capital very easily and effectively, provided when you are imparting knowledge, skills and values. And you have to be a competent person. Don't call yourself I am a knowledgeable person. Mere knowledge is not enough. So you have to have a skills and you have to have values also. No? Normally when knowledge and skills comes, we will be getting a kind of ego, edging God out. There won't be any moral fear in us. When there is no moral fear, what we will do? We will be indulging in all untoward practices. That is how a lot of corporate frauds are mounting. Few months back, you might have heard about Edinburgh report. Edinburgh report about so-and-so company. Okay. But to that extent, a lot of watchdogs are there. They are able to catch you. You cannot go with the same image or projections. So, what I would like to say is, you have to have all the 3. Because the knowledge and skills, many times we will develop a kind of ego and thereby we will be behaving very arrogantly and see that whatever I am doing, it's good. So, society should accept. That kind of attitude may not be hold good. So, that is why we are adding one more element which is equally important, which is technically called as values. And the education system should be a value-based education system. Especially, from the bottom of my heart, I am telling you, MBA guys, you are definitely, I know very well, you are able to inculcate knowledge and skills. Don't undermine values and ethics also. Try to equally impart it in you, and thereby, as I said, your competence, you will be a competent person. When you are a competent person, you can compete. When you are able to compete, you will be able to succeed. This is again a success mantra. So this is how the program like this, synaptics and all, will help you to have a better understanding. A lot of sessions were identified. More than 10 guests have identified, and two panel sessions were arranged, and they are able to bring out around 10 persons from Chennai, Bangalore and other area. So really, I salute you for the efforts, and see that this effort should be very fruitful and useful. How your HOD has marked, no, you should not be not mere joyful, it should be fruitful and useful. And again, I am cautioning you, you must be little serious. And you have to emulate others. You have to emulate other MBAs. No? And these analytics students are basically having this, all of us are having sixth sense. What is that? Analytical power, no? Thinking ability. That has to be sharpened. That's why you are choosing the course. And once when it is sharpened, you will be having one more knowledge called the seventh. No? Edam Arivu. Edam Arivu should come. So thereby you will be able to get into the reality and see that you will be a very fruitful citizen of the country. So with this few words, even I can keep on telling. So that's I'm really happy to congratulate all of you for initiating this wonderful exercise. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and valuable thoughts. It is with great respect that we acknowledge our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Tarini Karasu, a distinguished academic and visionary leader, whose contributions have significantly shaped the development of Pondicherry University. His leadership continues to inspire progress and innovation across every facet of our institution. It is with great honor that we invite you to deliver the presidential address.
Good morning, friends. Respected Dean, School of Management, Professor P. Nadarajan, and the Head of the Department, Professor R. Kasalingam, and the Chief Guest of the today, Mr. P.T. Rudragaud, IAS, MD, PIPTEC, and the keynote speaker, Dr. Julie Texer, Gustav FL University, and the faculty coordinator of this SYNAPTIC’25, Dr. B. Rajeshwari, and all the faculty members from this department as well as neighboring departments, and the PhD scholars, and the student coordinator, and all the students of this MBA Data Analytics. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed great pleasure to be part of this. And there are many programs in our university. Certain programs Vice Chancellor cannot forget. The reason is there are so many calls for the admission. I need this course. I need this course. So this is one such course. So some of you would have also joined those things also. So why I am telling now is the importance of this course. And I would have also pressurized our HOD and Dean to extend the admission, number of admissions. And with great difficulty, we have admitted more number of students. Whatever the facilities, infrastructure we have accommodated this. And the earlier speakers, our head as well as Dean, they mentioned about the culture of the course as well as the importance of the course, importance of the data. So I would like to view this course is a different perspective, because now India is marching towards the third biggest economy. And in this, as you know, the before 1990s, we have followed the very closed economy. I still remember in 1990s, I was in Delhi. They were many jubilation. They were introducing Pepsi into the market in Delhi. There are many people, they want to taste Delhi, just public. They want to taste what is this. They were those time were the time where many products which are available only in the world market entered into the Indian market. Even Star TV programs, all those things was the 1990s. Before this, our economy was close, our culture was also very close. There were many discussion on this, whether we have to open our economy or not. See, in those days only, the importance of the business model, whether the World Bank business model will fit into this, whether we have to really open the economy or not. That was the huge discussion. And there is a reason behind this also. Because there are many countries, they opened their economy and then they took the World Bank loan and they failed also. I don't know how many of you know about this. The kind of failure they faced in Thailand and many countries. So since India now, that time it was second largest population, there was a hesitation or argument, pro and cons. Now, as you know, Indians are very, safe feeling always. We don't take much risk when it comes to the whatever may be. Even in business also, we are very plan to enter into the business very safely. That's why I could see the Pondicherrians, they don't want to leave Pondicherry. Always they want to study here, they stay here. That much safety we expect. Same thing when they opened the economy, also they were very vigilant and safely they started and opened our economy. Luckily, definitely our leaders played a vital role, including at that time it was Dr. Manmohan Singh, and he took the calculative move which is applicable to India, which may not be applicable to other countries. Whatever it is, he studied there in World Bank, he applied here, and for the Indian model. So from that day onwards, the management started taking the control of the economy. I don't know how many of you students realized it. So anything now, if any business, it is the model. Even the politics also enter into the management model. How many voters in this? So what is their need? Take the data and how to handle these voters. Everything now going into the management model, whether you like it or not. So the public, other than manager, they may not know this. So this is the way we are moving. Now we have moved also, we have grown, and we are now going towards being the fifth largest economy. We are moving towards the third largest economy. Without the help of the models, we could not have reached it. But is it the phase where we can relax and then enjoy this? No, we have not gone to that stage. Even though our economy is very good, that is the fifth largest, but still the per capita income is not up to the people who have lived in the very comfortable countries. So still, whatever the problem we faced in 1990s, still there are certain section of the people, still they face those problems. Malnutrition, then the uneducation, then the unemployment. Still we have this. So I know the general public worry about it is a problem, it is the issue. But management people don't view this as this. Correct? You have to view this as the challenge, not the issue. Correct? So this is the mindset. That is what you have to train here. It is not that how much data you collect, what is the data, collecting the data and show that this is not going to happen. Just leave it. If you are a manager giving this idea that don't do this, nothing can be done, there is no use of this MBA course. Correct? So you have to inculcate the culture. That culture only I want to talk about this today. What type of manager you should be? Your teachers may be giving so many ideas, and then many books would have also told. But India needs different type of managers today. So we need to have the very strong will. We have to say, yes, I can do it. That is the important training you are taking here. So taking the data, how best we can resolve the issue. That is the importance of India now. So the kind of, I don't know how many of you have seen the kind of issue our Pondicherry has. Whether you listen to this, whether you have taken this data, and how many of you also had some idea about this, or how many of you contacted secretaries like Rudra Gaud, this is the issue you have, this is what do it, this is the solution. You have capacity. Please understand, you have that capacity, you have to develop that confidence. That is very important in MBA. Correct? So generally there is a proverb, the elephant do not know their strength. They move like an ant only, in mind wise. So same thing for MBA students. You have a very powerful tool, that is I can do it. That is the real output of MBA. Please, my humble request is, please view everything as your issue, own issue. Our society needs people like you. So I always say, if something wrong in the area where any disease is coming, somewhere that health inspector is doing mistake. It is a responsibility of the health inspector. Somewhere something theft is taking place, it is a responsibility of that particular police station. So similarly, if India is not growing, the economy is not growing, and still we are having an issue, that is the responsibility of the managers. It is your responsibility. So we are all here ordinary people, just want to enjoy output of your strategies, output of your plans, correct? So that is you have to take this responsibility. This is first thing. Then second thing is, so what type of MBA I want? I know already, you have to be confident. Then second thing is, you have to develop a confidence that I can do it. Then suppose I have been hired some company, but it's not matching with this. It is not matching with my ability. So you should not have the compromise on this. You have to have a full guts to come out and start your own industry. There are plenty of schemes where they can support if you have a good idea, if you want to start up, please do it with the help of your teachers. So India can never become even a third or even a fourth if you are only working as the labor. If MBA I want to work in the company, I want to place in this company and I want to help the company, then who will start the company? You will work for the company, the profit go to the company only. But it will not come to India unless otherwise you start your own company. Correct? So please understand, you have to solve the issue. At the end, you have to become entrepreneur. So without this, we cannot imagine this. So many MBAs can come, but still working for the multinational company. Then India with this percentage of whatever the output, whatever the income, it is not enough. So if you want to be really a leader, definitely you have to have that much confidence that yes, I can not only solve the issues of Pondicherry around this, I can solve the issues of India, I can solve the issues of world. Because you understand the importance of India. We have 1.4 billion population, correct? Out of 8 billion population in the world, 1.4 we have. If we don't care about the world, who will care about the world? So once you pass, if you care about only your life, that will be very selfish. You have to care about your family, you have to care about your state, city, nation and world. So it is a huge responsibility you have, but really this 2-year period, as our Professor Nadarajan, Dean mentioned, it is an incubation period. This is the time you have to get energy and get ready for this is like a training program. So go for the war. This is the place you have to be trained properly. Develop this mindset that I am here for the change the world for betterment, change the world for the betterment of the people. So if you reach this stage, if you take this, the confidence, that's all, everything will fall on line. So if you don't have this confidence, if you don't have this decision in your mind, so it will not be very, life will be always, no, it is, I tried this, it is not coming. So life will be always excuses. So with this, I request everyone to take this opportunity to get the confidence from this, whoever is talking, whoever is coming and then giving this, the talk, and during the industry interface meet. So I take this, I request everyone to take this opportunity to see how they plan, how they strategize, and how they get the confidence and go ahead and then do the business. So with these few words, I thank the Department of Management Studies for inviting me for this wonderful event, SYNAPTIC’25. So I wish even though it is the 4th batch, still it is going on well, and I am really happy that this program is getting much importance, and I am happy that our students are placed, getting attention all over the world and getting placed in different institutions. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your words have beautifully encapsulated the essence of this event and set the stage for what promises to be an inspiring and impactful journey ahead. It is now our privilege to introduce our keynote speaker, Professor Julie Tixier, an eminent professor from Gustav Eiffel University and a researcher at the IRG Research Laboratory. She has also co-founded research group dedicated to exploring how gender shapes entrepreneurship. With a deep passion for innovation and education, her research focuses on entrepreneurship among women, neighborhood, and students. Since 2023, she has also investigated the transformative effect of design fiction and student bridging creativity and critical thinking. Beyond research, she is an inspiring educator equipping students with the tool to shape the future. She is currently on an Erasmus teaching mobility funded by the European Commission. We are truly privileged to have with us today, ma'am, And now we invite you to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Before starting, I really want to thank the Pondicherry University, first of all, for this exchange, the Erasmus Plus program that permit me to teach here in Pondicherry University, and that's a great experience for me. I thank the University Gustave Eiffel, of course, and specifically I thank here in Pondicherry Victor and Anne Kumar that helped me a lot, and Sylvie Chevrier in my university. I'm very happy to try to experiment new type of teaching. That's very interesting for me. Today I will present you something completely different. No weapons at all, no data. I will just present you something that I teach in Paris, and I teach here also. It's about design thinking, so we will not talk about data during this part. I'm sorry for that, but I think it could be interesting for you maybe to have another approach and to see things differently. I think it's always interesting to have another approach, and here during my visiting, it's really interesting for me also to see differently, and I learn a lot, so I hope you will learn some different tips, different things. I will try to make an introduction to design thinking. It's just to give you a global picture of this topic and try to imagine how we make combination with data analytics. Here you have some pictures of my students. I bring them up in Pondicherry. Then you can try to figure how it works in Gustave Eiffel. I don't know if you heard about design thinking before. Yeah, maybe. Or if it's a new topic for you. I just try with the new IA that we get in research, because I'm a researcher also. I try to cross the terms of design thinking and data analysis to see if there's some matching or something. There was not. So it's very interesting for me that it's not a lot of matching things in terms of research. There's just few articles that you can find that cross both concepts. So it's really interesting to see that it's not so frequent to cross the two concepts. And to me, it's an intuition that maybe it could be useful to try to be the first one that cross. But I find an article that cross. Just to maybe give you some different things about design thinking. It's one part of the design. It's just, I'm not used to be so far from the table. So design thinking, it's just a question of human. It's human-centric. So it's not data-centric, it's human-centric. But it's not so far. It's really embedded in the field. It's embedded and linked directly to the usage of human beings and the need of the users. So it's completely different from the data. As when you started with the data, maybe you don't know what you will change. Maybe you don't know what you will find. And here, that's the opposite. You start trying to help someone in a specific usage. So you will try to put some small innovation sometimes, but really embedded and really directly linked to the usage of the person. So it's a question of observation also, and to analyze the context. So just to give you a small definition, because I'm a teacher, of design thinking, it's a human-centered approach, and that's very important. It's really focused on the person. And then that means that you have to define who you will work for. And that's very important. to try to have innovation that drove from design toolkits to integrate the need of people, the possibility of technology, and here you will find data, and the requirement for business success. So here you have a scheme that sum up really the spirits and the mindset of design thinking. It's an experience innovation that cross people desirability, and that's the first step, to analyze the people desirability, and it cross to technology feasibility and business viability. So you will see after that, based on the people desirability, if you can create a specific market or enlarge a specific market based on this new innovation. And another key word maybe that I didn't mention, it's the question of sensitivity. Because it's human-centric, you have to work on the feeling of the person, to work on what they perceive, to work on how they feel when they use something. So it's different from data because it's a question of emotion. But maybe when we cross data with emotion could be great. Okay, so it's an emotional innovation. I will not give you all the concepts and all the tools this morning, but just to give you some main ideas of what design thinking is and how you can use it for you. Here is the main scheme for design thinking. It's the main step that you will have to follow. So you start with an understanding of a problem. Then you observe, and you spend time observing people, observing how they act, observing their difficulties, etc. And then you will brainstorm and try to ideate and try to have new ideas on it. And very quickly, you prototype. You prototype quick and dirty. You prototype in real life. That means not only with computer. You draw, you take papers, you take craft, and you try to prototype to see if people will use it, if people are comfortable with it, etc. And after that, you test, and then you make storytelling, and you can diffuse your innovation. That's another sum up of the same. Oh, sorry, here. You want to have it? It's okay. Here, it's quite the same idea. That means that the first step, it's really to develop empathy, to understand the problem of the person. It's really human-centric, and you have to try to observe them, to develop empathy, to really have a deep understanding of their problem, to really fit this problem, and to answer, to create a specific answer to this problem for this person. Okay? And after that, you define, you ideate, sorry, it's difficult for me, prototype and test. So just to explain it quickly, so the principles of design thinking, it's really to start from a problem, a concrete problem. So it can be very simple, but it can be my favorite example. I didn't put picture on this, but it was problems of older person in the bathroom. You know, the bathroom could be very risky for old people, and because it's wet, and sometimes they fall down, and when they have accident, it can be very painful and problematic. So one of the students, and after that she creates her own company based on this. She prototypes specific furnitures for older person in the bathroom. So she tests everything, and first of all she observed her grandma. She spent time to her grandma's home, and she tried to document and to understand what is so difficult for her. So she really starts with a really concrete problem and a concrete aspect to try to help her. And now she created her own company to create specific furniture for others. So it's really to start to understand the problem, to spend time with the users, to talk with them, and to see the different users. It's important to see different type of user, whatever the statistic, whatever the statistical representation of the users. It means even if you have someone that represents 1% of your user, it could be interesting for you because they can have another usage. If they twist a solution, if they turn it, if they break it, it's interesting for you. It's interesting because it can give you more ideas. It can help you to twist in another orientation, maybe something that you can adapt and develop, etc. So the first step is to have empathy to the users, and try to understand the problem. Even if it's a small problem, it's really important to really identify the right problem. Then, sorry, it's not so easy to see. It's to really develop some techniques to try to define this problem and to analyze it. So you will have some techniques, including user personae that we try to develop, the customer journey, and other things that we use, some tools that we use to develop it. So you have various techniques. Here it's an example of customer journey. One of my students, she tried to make a specific scheme of this. So it's very concrete. The less you use computers, the better it is. I know that you're not used to just close your computer and try to use papers, to try to draw, to try to have concrete materials examples of it. Sometimes it's difficult, but it's always good to try another solution, another way to do it. So then you have exploratory interviews. So you use persona, customer journey, association cards, talking and working with people to get information, emotional information, intimacy, to have real impression of the person. If you send Google Forms to have information on something, you will get like standard answers that click on yes, yes, or no, etc., etc. You do not have new ideas. You will not have emotion on it. You just have like quantitative data. They're interesting, okay, but that's not enough. Here, it's just based on qualitative data. It's based on what people feel to help them in their day-to-day life. Okay, so that's completely different. Hey, it's a draw of one of my students that can draw. It's not me. I would like to, but... so after that, you have the ethnographic research. It's a process, and you will spend time, as I told you, you spend time with the user, with the potential user. You observe, because most of the time, people will explain you something and you will observe something else. So it's interesting to cross and to see really what are the differences. And you will have more and more information on it. So to sum up this methodology, it's based on experience, the experience of the users. You start from this experience, from their difficulty, from their pragmatic difficulties. You will see, you will analyze the motivation. You will see the a priori. You will see their values, their mindsets. Then you analyze the constraint. After that, you analyze the problem and how you can work on it. Then, more interesting, you will ask them the expectation. What could be another kind of organization in the bathroom, for example. And the last one, and it's the most difficult one, you ask them what are the dreams? What are their dreams? What are their dream on? And it's very interesting to try to work on those dreams because it gives you more ideas and maybe crazy ideas. Crazy ideas are pretty good because you will try to innovate based on this. You will try to change different things because of their dreams. Okay. Card method is another method to try to learn, watch, ask, and try different things. It's always the same spirit. You always spend time on the field, embedded, to try to have more and more real information, take pictures of it, interview people, observe, and have more and more data. And then you interview people and you prototype. That's an example of empathy map. Empathy map, it's to try to help you to have a sum up of your persona or the person interviewed, and then you will have what the person think, what he or she see, say, do, hear, the pain and the gain. The pain and the gain are really important also because you will work on this. Here you have the persona, that's an example also. That means that you have fictional customers that you will work for. That's someone that you will create to work for this person that have all the constraints that you worked before. The customer journey, that's parcours utilisateur, sorry for the French, it's a French illustration, and it comes from my students also. They draw how the customer acts when they use a functionality or the bathroom for the old person or whatever. How do they act? What are the different steps, etc., etc. You will analyze all the small steps, and after that, you will see what are the good aspects during this experimentation or the journey, and what are the bad aspects. And when you isolate the bad aspect, you can work on it. You will work on the feeling, on the perception of the customer, and you will work on the bad aspect, the bad feeling that they get during the experience. And here you have the testing and refinement. Very quickly, you will make, that's my student that they've done this with paper. They try. I oblige them to close the computers. That's difficult for them. And to try to do it by their own. And they create specific wallets for the other students because we're starting saying we all have a wallet, but we do not have the same usage of it. Why should we have the same kind of wallet? Maybe we do not want the same one. So can you draw and really in 3 dimensions, create specific just for my usage? So they create what we call a quick and dirty prototype. So it's very quick with paper in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They try to test and create things. And after that, you can take it and you can try it concretely. You have also the dark house. It's another kind of prototype. And it's interesting also to try to imagine differently a new solution. And you have other kind of prototype. But in data, you all know that. It's another kind of prototype, what we call in France échelle 1, scale 1 prototype. Before creating the Pyramide du Louvre in the Museum of the Louvre, it was a scandal. No one wants a pyramid inside the museum, and they test it. They create scale 1 prototype to test the light, to test the shape, etc., etc. And that was a sum up of design thinking, a very quick sum up of it. So you have here the main idea on this scheme. I really appreciate this scheme because you have everything. You have, first of all, people-centric. You have the technology, you have the business, and you have the different steps. You start, emphasize, define, ideate, and prototype and test. And much more important, it's embedded in the culture. It's really linked to the person. It's really important to have this in mind. So just here to give you an example of this kind of process. And what I found it on a specific article, it's how you can cross data analysts and design thinking. And I cannot show you because I don't have the mic over there, but you can see that you will use different types of data depending on the different steps. That means that you go back with observe and learn, and then you have qualitative data. And then in the second step, you still have qualitative data, but when you start testing things, then you use quantitative data. And then you can have data analysts on this part of the process to help you to have new solution and to spread the innovation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us with your wisdom and perspective. Next, we have the privilege of introducing our distinguished chief guest, Mr. P.T. Rudragad. He is a seasoned administrator with extensive experience in governance, industrial development, and education in the Union Territory of Pondicherry. As the Director of Industries and Commerce, he plays a pivotal role in fostering economic growth, promoting entrepreneurship, and supporting business initiatives across the region. He also serves as the Managing Director of the Pondicherry Industrial Promotion, Development and Investment Corporation, where he oversees policies and initiatives aimed at attracting investments and empowering local industries. With his vast administrative expertise and commitment to development, he continues to be a driving force in Pondicherry's progress across multiple sectors. Sir, your presence adds immense value to our event. We now invite you to address the gathering.
Morning, everyone. Respected VC, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my dear children. So I'll just see whether you have observed anything. I want to test your observation skills. So by looking at the keynote speaker, can you observe anything? So I made one observation. Even though she is coming from a cold country, she is not wearing blazer, but we are all wearing. And second thing, so you are pursuing MBA data analytics. So in our presentation, did you observe anything? What you observed? So when you talk about data analytics, so what is data analytics? Analyzing raw data to get insights or actionable insights. So when you talk about data, so it is not a new thing. It has been there. Like even in government, if you see statistics department was there. It is there also, now also. So only thing is it has been refined. The way we look at the data has changed over a period of time. Statistics, usually they used to publish without analyzing the data. They'll just say, okay, some statistics they used to publish and all. Now we are trying to look at the data in a different perspective. Why are we looking at data? So in fact, a couple of days back, I had an interesting discussion with my secretary. So he was saying how data is being used. So he ordered for shampoo sachet. So how much time will it take to deliver on a quick commerce? 5-10 minutes. So then is he doing some magic or what? How is he able to deliver? So what they are doing is, they are analyzing the patterns of what is being purchased and what time, or like typically they will be purchasing certain things at a certain period in a month and all. And somebody will be like, and also they will see what kind of products are being ordered in that vicinity. They will keep something as stock. Immediately they will deliver. So he was saying that he was just delivering from his pocket. So point what I am trying to say is data is being analyzed. So this is a new perspective in which we are looking at the data. So normal grocery store, which we say Kirana store or whatever it is, so they have not been doing this data analysis. But quick commerce is eating into that space by doing what? Simply doing data analysis and also stocking the things as per the need. So data analysis becomes very important also. You might have heard JIT. What is JIT? Just in time. So most of the manufacturing industries, typically automobiles, have gone into JIT. So to minimize the storage of raw material and all. And second thing, when you say insights and actionable insights, what do you mean? So I'll give an example of enormous data and impediments in decision making. So there is a book written by one German author called Rolf Dabelli, Art of Thinking Clearly. You can just read a book. I recommend you should read it. So in one of the chapters he says, over information is problematic. So we are living in a world of over information. So I'll give a simple example to understand what means insights and actionable insights. Let us say you want to go to Bangalore. So you want to stay there. What will you do? What will you do? You want to stay in Bangalore. So how do you book hotel accommodation? Some service providers like makemytrip.com or other thing, you will go and just search. What will happen? You will get hundreds of hotels. So these are all like insights. How will you decide which hotel to select and all? You do not know anything about Bangalore. Let us assume that you do not know anything. You are going for the first time. So these are insights. So you will book something, and what is depicted in the site may be different. When you go land up, what is seen is different. So you will also think that, so what I have selected may not be better, something else may be better. You may keep on spending more time on that. So this other choice I'll tell. So I know someone. So I'll call him and I'll say that what is my budget and what is the best hotel. You will say 2-3 choices he will give, and you will say you decide. So this hundreds of choices which you are getting are insights. So these 2-3 are actionable insights which you can pick and choose. So if you get too much of data, you will not be able to decide. So you need to understand that. And the second thing is, when you talk about data, you have to see source and its reliability. That is more important. So few days back, Government of India has published one report, LEADS, logistics related report. So I was just going through a table. So I'll just ask a simple question. So road development in Lakshadweep and road development in Pondicherry, which is better? Pondicherry is better. If you go through that report, it says road connectivity in Lakshadweep is better than Pondicherry. So what I mean to say is, so mere analysis will not help. So your data analytics will be doomed unless you know what is the source of the data and how much reliable it is. And another thing is, first of all, whatever you talk about AI and all, you have to think that you have your own AI, natural intelligence. I don't call AI, it is natural intelligence. Don't get swayed away by an artificial intelligence and all. It is a tool. It is a creation by humans. So it's an algorithm. So don't get programmed by algorithms. Your mind should not get programmed. You can program an algorithm, but algorithm should not program you. So otherwise what will happen is, somebody will create an algorithm swaying your emotions and he will influence you. In fact, you might have read in the newspapers, So one regarding the funding from US government to an NGO who want to sway the emotion, like sway the voter turnout and all. So what is it? It is basically influencing emotions. What I mean to say is, you need to first train your mind rather than the algorithm, rather than the program. So you can write a program and train the algorithm, and all your AI engines are trained by certain people with certain intentions. So you ask DeepSeek, whatever it is, DeepSeek or whatever it is, you ask a specific thing, it will say no. How can some other AI engine say yes, and how can another AI engine say no? It is programmed basically. So what I mean to say is, so you can program certain things, but don't get your mind programmed by someone else. You are independent, you should think for yourselves. So God has given something to you, so you should try to use it. So when you talk about data analytics, how you can use, like you should use it in totality. Otherwise what happens, sometimes the conclusions will be misleading. So before arriving at any conclusion, see what you are trying to do, what you are trying to conclude, and is it relevant or not. Like it should not be like the example I told, Lakshadweep and Pondicherry, like road connectivity, you should not conclude based on certain things. You have to validate also. So you have to verify the source, reliability, and validate. Sometimes validation requires little application of mind. I'll give a simple example. This was a exam in one of the competitive exams long back. This was a question. So one says that A school is having 100% result, B school is having 80% result. Which school you want to choose? If you are admitting, let us say your brother or somebody, so which school do you recommend? A school or B school? So you cannot decide based on whatever is portrayed to you. You should understand what is coming, what is feeding the data. So if I'll tell you a simple fact. A school is having only 10 students, all the 10 pass. Pass again, it's a problematic thing. So whoever gets 35 will pass. So you do not know the percentage and all. B school, let us say that 1000 people are there, 800 people have passed, so 80% result is there. So which school you want to choose now? A or B? B. So that means what is feeding your data, what is the size of the data set, that also you have to look. So looking at a small data set, you should not come to certain conclusions and all. So you need to have, what I mean to say is, you need to dwell deep into the data to understand what conclusion you are arriving. And on most of the times, you are we are programmed to think in a certain fashion. So try to look for thinking out of box. So long back, one monk from Ramakrishna Mission told me, he asked me one simple question. So in a function, so he was giving a small speech. He was asking, what is success? What is success? So what you want to become? Or what according to you is success? So everyone will have a different option. Like somebody will say that I want to get into job. Somebody will say I want to become an entrepreneur. Somebody will say I want to become minister. Somebody will say I want to become an officer. Somebody will say I want to marry this girl or boy. So whatever it is. So that means success is individualized. So he gave a simple definition. So what is your potential? To what extent you are reaching? That is the success. So let us say this is the potential you have got, but you have not reached. So bridging this gap. So the actual what you have achieved and what is there in you. So what is there in you do not know. That means you have to keep on trying to know what is your potential. So you need to challenge your limitations. So bridging that gap, bridging your limitations and what you have achieved is the success. So my request to you all is, so keep focused. Now your college days will be over shortly. So you will be in the market. So you need to understand the market dynamics and try to work. And always try to think out of box. I'll give one simple example. So you might have read about Mahakumbha Mela. Have you read? Okay. So being in MBA, do you know one case study related to marketing in Kumbh Mela? Anyone? Hindustan Unilever, have you heard of it? Not Hindustan Unilever, okay. I think another company, yeah. Dettol, I think, yeah. No, sorry, Hindustan Unilever only. Lifebuoy. No, Lifebuoy. So Lifebuoy, they wanted to market their soap. So you need to understand the people with whom you are going to interact. That's what in design thinking also they were saying. The madam was saying that you need to know the customer. So what they wanted to do is, they wanted to reach out crores of people to say that use Lifebuoy soap. How did they reach out? You cannot spend so much money, and also many people may not be able to read English, all those things will be there. So what they did is, they put some hoardings here and there, that was one thing. Second thing what they did is, if you go to another place, what will you do? So you are forced to eat. So what they did is, so they tied up with all the people who are making roti. So North India roti is commonly used. So they came with a vegetable-based ink and a stamping machine. So they gave some money to all the roti makers, and they told you stamp on the roti saying that wash your hands before eating. That's it. So naturally people wash. So what they did is, so they kept Lifebuoy soap. So they told use Lifebuoy soap for washing your hands before eating. So what they did is, this message was carried to crores of people during last Kumbh Mela without much expenditure, and they could communicate effectively to the person concerned. Effective in the sense, so while washing, if you tell like now, if you tell someone, you may not bother. So before eating, if you tell wash, you will be obliged, and also you are positioning your product in such a way that you will remember it. So that kind of marketing they did, and it was quite successful and all. So my point is that you should learn to think out of box and see how you can impact, or how you can bring the change and all. So with these few words, I request you to not to think low of yourselves, but think that you can do certain things, definitely, and don't get limited by thoughts, and train your mind to see positivity. Don't get swayed away by opinions in the social media. Try to see whether it is having a proper data backing or validated and all. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening discourse and for sharing your expert insights. As we come to the final segment of today's event, we now invite our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Tarani Karasu, to officially release the placement brochure for the year 2025.
You know who made it.
As we near the conclusion of today's inaugural ceremony, I would like to invite Ms. Ovia, Chairperson of SYNAPTIC’25, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to everyone present here. At inauguration of SYNAPTIC’25, as we conclude this inspiring inaugural ceremony, it's my privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this event possible. First and foremost, we express our deepest gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor K. Tarani Karasu, for gracing this occasion with his presence and delivering an insightful presidential address. Sir, your words have set a compelling tone for an engaging and enriching SYNAPTIC’25. We are profoundly grateful to our keynote speaker, Dr. Julie Taxi, ma'am, Your expertise and insight have enriched this event immensely, and we sincerely appreciate your time and effort in sharing your knowledge with us. A special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Rudra Gaud, IS MD PIPDIC, Pondicherry. Sir, we are truly honored by your presence and deeply grateful for your time and support. We sincerely thank Professor P. Nadarajan, Dean of the School of Management, Pondicherry University, for his inspiring inaugural address and support for our department. We thank Professor R. Kasilingam, Head of Department of Management Studies, Pondicherry University, for his warm welcome address. Sir, your leadership and guidance have greatly contributed to SYNAPTIC 25.